Hello, and welcome to Gentle Mental Healing Out Loud, a space where we get real about mental health, healing, and learning to love yourself through the hard moments. I'm your host, Arissa, and I'm so grateful you're here. Before we dive in, I just want to share a quick note. I am not a licensed therapist or mental health specialist. Everything I share here comes from my personal experiences in my own healing journey. If you are struggling with your mental health, I encourage you to reach out to a qualified professional or someone you trust. This podcast is here to offer comfort, reflection, and connection, but it's never a replacement for professional care. This is my first episode, and let me tell you, I am so anxious right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. I've been waiting for this for months, and I feel like I should be ecstatic, but I'm anxious. So bear with me. I am going to be reading off my phone for this first episode, and it won't be very long because I just want to introduce myself to you guys. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about who I am and why I created this space. My name is Arissa. I am 31 years old, and I'm an Aries. I feel like that's important. I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, and left at the age of 16. We'll save that story for a different episode. If I had to describe myself, I'd say I'm an empath to my core. I feel things very deeply, both my own emotions and the emotions of the people around me. I'm sensitive and emotional, but in a way that makes me really caring and loving. When I love someone or something, I love hard. I pour my heart into the people I care about and the things I'm passionate about. That's just who I am. It's my greatest strength and at times my biggest vulnerability. Growing up, I didn't always feel safe to express how I really felt. There were times I experienced pain that I didn't know how to talk about. And I learned to stay silent because I thought that was the easiest way to cope. I pushed down my emotions and kept moving. But the only problem with that is that it made me feel more alone. As I got older, I realized that silence was not healing me. It was hurting me. I started therapy, I started journaling, and I started sharing pieces of my story with the people I trusted. And slowly, I started to find my voice. I made a promise to myself earlier this year that I would never silence my feelings again, so here we are. That's really where the idea for this podcast was born, from a place of wanting to heal out loud and to create a space where others can feel safe to do the same. I created Gentle Mental because I know how it feels to suffer quietly, to pretend you're okay while your heart feels heavy. I wanted to make a space where we could talk about the messy parts of healing, the emotional parts of life that we don't always share on social media. This podcast is for anyone who's ever felt misunderstood, silenced, or overwhelmed by their emotions. It's for people like me, sensitive, loving, and maybe a little scared to take up emotional space, but ready to heal and grow. For me, healing out loud means breaking the cycle of silence, letting go of shame, and owning your story with honesty and love. That's what I hope to do here, and I hope it inspires you to do the same in your own life. What you can expect from my podcast? I'm going to share my personal experiences with healing, setting boundaries, navigating emotional pain, and finding self-love again. We'll talk about mental health in a real and relatable way. Some episodes will be raw and reflective, like having a heart-to-heart with a friend. Others will dive into lessons I've learned through therapy, personal growth, and just living through ups and downs in life. I will even just have times where I'm doing an episode and I'm just babbling about things that I've gone through, just anything. So over time, I'd love to bring on guests who can share their own healing journeys so that together we can create a community of people who feel less alone and more empowered in their healing. I do have some encouraging words for the listeners. Before I close out this first episode, I want to say something to you. If no one else has told you this lately, you are not alone. Healing takes time. Some days feel like one step forward and two steps back, but every step matters. You are worthy of the time, the care, and the love that it takes to heal. If you are listening to this right now, I hope this space can feel like a soft landing, a place where you can breathe, reflect, and remind yourself that your feelings are valid. Your story matters, and you deserve to take up space in this world just as you are. I really just want to thank the people that really encouraged me to take this step to make this podcast. It wasn't just me. I had a lot of people in my corner that really supported me on this, and a lot of people that reached out and asked when I was dropping that episode. I am late, but late is better than never. So, if my podcast resonates with you, I hope you can share it. I hope you will come to my future episodes that I post. I will be posting on Sundays. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at The Gentle Mental Club. I'm also on YouTube as The Gentle Mental Club. And feel free to DM me with questions, your stories, because it matters. If there's people out there that won't listen, I will listen. So thank you again for joining my podcast and listening today. And be gentle with yourself. Bye.